Alright, so I just wanted to make a quick video here to kind of show you something. So if it's a case where you're doing something similar, this may kind of save you a bit of time because you already know how to approach it, right? So a part of what you'll have to do when you're doing a book, you will have to worry about the table of contents section. Now there are many ways to get the table of contents section done, but this is the way how I do it, which I'm going to show you now to kind of make it easier on you. So what you can do is pretty much have a list of your titles written out. This is how I do it, and what you can do from there is pretty much just copy that over. You can choose the size of the line you want. So if you want it to be like single 1.15 1.5 or double, you can choose which one you feel like. More for this section here, right? You can choose how you want it to be. So what I'd recommend after doing that, after you have it copied and pasted, or if you typed it out right here, what you can do is actually hyperlink it, so that when somebody is reading a book and they just want to like go to a specific section, instead of them having to like scroll through the entire book to do that, what you can do is pretty much hyperlink it, so it's a bit easier for them. So instead of them having to be the ones to kind of search through, you kind of give them that easier way. We're trying to make something here that's easy to go through. So what you do, I already did it for these two chapter 1 and 2. I'm going to show you for chapter 3. So if you already have the titles written out here, what you can do is just copy, highlight the part you want. That would be chapter 3 in this case right here, right? Then you press the right click, and then you're going to click on insert link. So when you see the insert link, it's going to actually bring up a list of links that you can actually have. So let's say you want to link to something else, but what we're focusing on is just the chapter that you want to link to here. So you're going to click on the chapter that's related to it, and one click, and then that's going to hyperlink it. So let's just do it again. So what you're going to do, just basically highlight everything, then select the right click, then go to insert link, and then you click on that option. So you can use this for many different things. So if you have like other things you want to link to, you can also do that, but this is just a way to kind of help so that you don't have to really worry about doing this and worrying about whoever's reading the book having a hard time like navigating everything. There's also, if you were to put this into the KDP thing, the Kindle Create, they do actually have an option that kind of helps with this for the Kindle side also. So when you put the book, the Word document into KDP, they actually give you an option where you can actually choose the chapters or sections that you want to be added to the KDP version of what the table of contents would be. So what that does is it kind of helps when the person is searching on their once they've like purchased their book or whatever, and they're looking through the different titles and everything, pretty much same like what you do here in Word. They would have the option to be able to kind of click through to the section that they want. So when that shows up, you just click accept that you want to have that be done, because if you don't, when you get to the actual KDP step of uploading the book, it's going to tell you that that is missing. So it's one of those things that's kind of required for there are three types of books, but for the one specifically for Kindle, for getting it to be like this, like in the general look and feel of it being like this, for the Kindle specifically, for the Kindle formatting, you will need to have that section included. So yeah, I guess that's the tutorial. I don't, yeah, I don't know. So another thing for the uh, uh, Kindle KD, for the Kindle version, you're gonna have to, so if you're using like Word doc, Google Doc, you'll use the file type Microsoft Word. You're not going to use the PDF. So you can upload PDF, but what it would be is pretty much the same as how you save it. So you wouldn't get the formatting that would be like conducive to like this, like you're seeing how this looks here. So yeah, I hope that hasn't confused you. But yeah, that's another thing, I guess. With the Kindle Create, you can also look into the print settings, the themes. If you want to save your changes, you can preview it so you can see how everything kind of looks on different devices. So let me just click on that. It's gonna load a bit, and then so you have the, this is the Kindle e-reader, which is one of them. You have the phone, which is another device, and you can still scroll through and see how it kind of looks. And the other option would be the tablet. They also have the orientation. You can actually change the orientation. You can change the font if you want to, because you know that is an option that the person who is reading will also have. So you can change the font. You can change the size. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And it's the same way how you can kind of see this here with the orientation and all that. When you do get into the actual KDP, the sections to actually upload it, you can actually preview it and see how it looks for like a final overview to make sure that everything looks the way you want it to look. You can still go in and like edit after you've uploaded and everything, but just to kind of see how the reader is pretty much going to see the book, you can look through and make sure everything kind of looks at least close to your vision for it. Yeah, I guess that's the video. And once you've finished like with this section and make sure everything looks okay, what you do is just export, save it where you want to be saved, and then you can import the manuscript to KDP or wherever else. So this is more for KDP directly, but you know it gives you a bit of a starting point, so you know where you want everything to be. So you can like change the chapter title, the standard elements, so that's like subheading, block quote if you want to add block quote if you want to add that, poems, separate, or new quote, well, opening quote, sorry. Yeah, all right, I'm done. This is we just plan to show one thing, just the how to hyperlink, and now we're all the way into Kindle Create stuff. But yeah, that's hopefully this helps. That's the video. Have a good day, and hopefully you become a top seller in 2025. If you want to get this book, this is one that I'm working on getting uploaded now. It's introverted selling. So if you're introvert, this is more for like call center sales types environment. So if you think about call centers, it's a very harsh environment to deal with. But if you're introverted and you're doing sales, if you can master the call center environment type sales mindset, you can pretty much handle any other type of selling. So this book will also help you if you're trying to start a business and you want to learn how to sell. Some of the common things you have to deal with. It's a part of the series that I'm working on. So if I was to like scroll through the, so we're still gonna have to add these here, but since we're kind of yapping along about, showing off a little thing to kind of help you to understand. The great thing about Google Docs, they actually give you this slide here, so you can kind of skip through and make sure everything looks okay. But yeah, so there are 10 chapters in the book. Chapter 2 is like trying to fit in. So it follows the story of Jane, and how she handles a lot of the issues that introvert going into a typically extroverted space has to deal with, the mental anguish, and even observing the extroverts, like strength in listening, things that introverts typically have. We try to, it's more like a story form book instead of it being like a textbook on sale. It's more following her approach and how she comes to the understanding of herself and her skills, and becomes, better able to navigate the sales space, and it becomes a trainer or a mentor, after, starting off rocky and finding herself, and meeting good mentors who understand her strengths and weaknesses, and kind of polish it, helps her to polish all of that. So I don't know if I'm going too far into the story, but this it's meant to help. So if it's a case that you are an introvert or you're new to sales, her story should help you a bit. Yeah, so it's a part of a series that I'm gonna be uploading. This one, all right, give me a second. This is why it's good to kind of look through, because this give me a second. Control X, Control V. Man, don't play with me here. All right, give me a second. So this would be, what's the size? 11. All right. So this one is authenticity wins. So you see me like live editing right now. So this is a part of it. You need to be willing to go in and make changes when needed also. So let me just bring this back up a little bit. Not that much. All right, and just do that. All right, so this authenticity wins. So she's learning how to trust herself, and finding her own way of selling, basically. So typically a lot of people believe that selling is more for extroverts, so that's kind of why I framed it a certain way. So her story is more a story of self-acceptance and understanding that you can become more, if you truly believe in yourself. We're going more into anime friendship territory kind. But yeah, it's all about believing in yourself, accepting your weaknesses, and understanding your strengths, and learning to polish those, and not necessarily shunning away, is that how you pronounce it, or moving away from those things that you think will show you up, but actually leaning into those things. Because the thing about sales is, it's not the loudest person that always gets the sale. Sometimes it's the person that's willing to listen and understand why or how to talk to a person, whether that person comes in, like a prospect comes into the call being a bit more what should I call it, a bit more like angry, or maybe they're having a bad day. It's not necessarily you, but you have to be able to navigate that space, and maybe not in every case, but be willing to act as a therapist sometimes. That's a part of the sales job too. So yeah, so she does have some weak moments also. She has to like go through the highs and lows. See, that literally it's what's in the book. So you can go ahead and look into it. Then she kind of becomes like a leader figure, leading by example, building others up, a new perspective, finding balance. Then we have her actually mentoring somebody else, somebody shadowing her. So one of the things that is done in sales, or like call center sales specifically, since that's what this book is about, you have to shadow people sometimes. What that means is somebody is working at their desk, and that's kind of good at their job, and you kind of watch and maybe pick up, not fully like, let's say, grasp everything, but it's good to kind of see how they go through the motions of their script, and handling hesitations, and so you can eventually develop your own way based on what you pick up. So you can shadow several different people, and then kind of take little bits and pieces and form your own way of doing things. But yeah, it's a sales book that's not overly salesy, I guess you could say. Then we have Quiet Victory. And then we also That would be like, so it's 10 chapters, and you have like bonus sections, like tips how to build confidence as an introvert in sales, questions that build trust, and also include like a script to kind of help. So if you're doing sales like this, you can actually use the script, or you can modify it based on your own sales environment to help. So if you're going to be doing like call sales, you'll need something like this. Yeah. Well, yeah, done yapping. Tutorials over that. Sorry, I didn't intend for this to be this, much yapping, but yeah. So this is a part of the this is a part of a series, as I mentioned. So yeah, the two others now. Considering also putting out a journal that's specifically for sales. So it gives you like let's say a calendar, like monthly, weekly, daily goals. Something that's called ABQ. So that's in a sales call. If you feel like a hesitation, you have to acknowledge, bring value to the person or the part of the conversation that getting hesitation, and then ask a question to put the call forward. So the other two books are similar, but they're kind of different. So this one focuses on Sam's story, and this one is Alex's story. So what that does is still yapping. I don't know. You can end the video if you want. But this one, the starter selling, this one is more my story, but more through the lens of Sam. So this one, it's a guy that comes to the major city. He's a country bumpkin. He has to learn sales, learn that type of sales that works for him. So he's introverted to an extent also. He has a stutter, he talks fast, and he still has to navigate that space to become, a top seller. This one is more a general book. This is Alex's story. So Alex is also included in this one here as a mentor. So this is how he went from nervous to natural. So, but yeah, all right, done yapping. Look, so these two are available for pre-order right now, and they'll be fully available in January. But what the thing is with these now, they are, how do I put this? They are, all right, they are on the pre-order. They are a bit cheaper, so they'll be more expensive when they become fully available, if that makes sense. And the thing is too, I'm considering doing like a paperback version for them. But there's a part of me that's a really big procrastinator, so if I do get around to doing that, we will. Then I'll make a video yapping about that too, I guess. But yeah, that's the video. We've done the tutorial, we've done the yapping on projects. If you're working on a book, share it down below. Who knows, maybe somebody will be interested and want to read that also. But yeah, that's the video. All right, so see you in the next video. Maybe another yap session, or a tutorial turn into a yap session, or a yap session turn into a tutorial. Who knows? But we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.